holding it and we're good to go. Good to go.
Um, Basically, I'm a road worker. I've been a road worker for the last 17 years, and I work nights. And I get a lot of free time during the day. I usually get up about 10 o'clock in the morning and have the day to myself. And I wanted to find a little side hustle or something I could earn a little bit extra money doing. I went down the road of trying to write my own books using AI and stuff like that, but I couldn't market it. And anyway, I got sort of lost patience with that, and that sort of went to the sideline. So, and I see Sammy's one of Sammy's Insta posts, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. I'm just going to risk it, and I was a bit skeptical at first because obviously you part me your own money and you think, oh, I'm not too sure. And I spoke to my partner about it, and she said, oh, I'm not too sure about this. And I said, well, sometimes you got to be in it to win it. So I thought, right, let's go. Let's take a gamble. So I only put like about £750 in it, and yeah, that was before I started last week of April. I've got two young kids as well, which and I'm working weekends every weekend just to try and keep my head above the water because obviously with the cost of living going up and everything's getting more and more expensive. And before I was working weekends just to have extra money, but now working weekends just to keep my head above the water, and it feels like I'm not getting no extra cash. And I'm thinking, well, the way forward, I think it's the internet, earning money through the internet and doing something through that. So I thought, right, I'm just gonna do it. So I put the money in it. I signed up, and obviously I paid my initial fee, and obviously the monthly of the payments is gonna, it's fine. I put £750 in, and I'm probably in a month. I've done my demo account for a week, made a few mistakes. I over leveraged a couple of times. I thought I was trying different things, and yeah, that didn't work out for me. But then I decided, right, stop being greedy. Just, it's true about, a dripping tap always fills a bucket, which is very true. Just, little and often, and that's what I was doing. Um, and gradually, got my head around it as not being too greedy and just, it will come. Just build it up gradually. I've got my demo account up. I had £200 in there, and I've got up to about £1,000 in like a week after making a few mistakes. But I got it back to where I was, which was £1,000. And I went live on the 1st of May, I believe. Yeah, so I only put £750 in there because I was a bit skeptical about putting any more money in there because I didn't, you got to build that trust up as well, and try and see how it goes and trust yourself. Um, and I made a couple of mistakes again. You win a couple of trades. You think, oh yeah, that's good. This, and I'm gonna up my stakes a little bit, but and then it comes and bites you in the bum, unfortunately, sometimes. And you got to do it the right way, and that's what you teach people is do the education and do it properly and with the right leverage. Is money to be made, and I've built my pot up now to a quite good amount of probably three times more money now I've made from putting my in initially, what money I put in initially, and I've withdrawn as well, which that's the thing about it. First of all, I thought, well, if I build my pot up, then obviously I've got more going on to more money going on to more trades. I'm thinking, well, no, I won't take no money out. But then you don't reap the rewards. You want to take the money out and actually spend it on yourself and actually see the money in your hands and actually prove that it's real. And I was, as I say, a bit skeptical. And I thought, right, I'll withdraw the money as well. And I thought, oh, took a couple of days for the money to go in my account. And I was like, oh no, here we go, this is it. And then, sure enough, no, it landed in my account. I was like, right, okay. I felt a lot more comfortable then. And then, yeah, I mean, the rest of the history really. And then I've had probably my best day ever today. And I've probably done about 2K today, so which is good. Which is a good day.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the
So,
chat box. Congratulations. So 19
yeah,
days. Let's just get this straight. It's 19th of May right now. So in
yeah,
19 days, not only did you 3x your income, but you just made 2K today.
yeah.
I know what I would have done if I was working. I might have quit. I might have quit straight
Yeah, I
after.
know.
That might have been my
I
last
must
day.
admit, I got my job tonight as well. I work on the roads, and I got my job tonight, and I'm on the M4 tonight, round by Heathrow, and I'm from Essex, Colchester way, and I thought, you know what, why am I doing this? And I'm like, drive all the way around there. I'm like, basically, I've like earned my week's money like today or 2 weeks' money today, so it's just crazy. His
Love
money's
to hear that,
definitely to
man.
be had there. Yeah, yeah. No,
Congratulations.
it's
Please
great.
withdraw that. Ace. Yeah,
I've
please
taken,
withdraw that.
I've taken one, I've taken 1K out and I've left the rest in. So,
Fantastic.
but yeah, I was saying to Sammy, I said it just takes so much pressure off me now. I don't have to work the weekends anymore, and I can spend time with my kids. And knowing that I've got that extra money, it's just such a relief now. And yeah, and it's enjoyable as well. You know, seeing all them blues in your account is good.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, big thanks to you, you as well for helping me. And you know, it goes a long way. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. One last question. Obviously, we kind of gather that you're a very, very busy man. You've got kids, you work a job. What would you say to someone that has started, maybe been here longer than you have, maybe have got started a lot sooner? What would you say to someone that's
Yeah.
using time as an excuse as to why they can't make money?
Time was in not having the time to do it.
Yeah, a lot of people, they come with the excuse, I don't have time, I'm busy here, and
It
like,
doesn't. It
what would you?
doesn't take. It doesn't take long at all. You get the trades through. I mean, I don't trade myself. I just literally copy and paste. That's all I'm doing. I'm using your trades. When you're sending, you know, buy gold or buy Bitcoin like today, you know, and I was in on it, and I was like, bang. That's all it takes. Just the press of a button, and then you just watch your account just go. Boom, 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 boom. It's yeah, it doesn't it doesn't make take much time. You know, if you're not willing to put that little bit of time and effort in, then you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
We can't help those people, man. But well done, Kevin.
No,
Keep it up. I'm definitely going to look forward to your success. I definitely want to build a closer relationship. I love
yeah, definitely.
when we get to see testimony. So congratulations and keep doing what you're doing, bro.
No problem. Thank you very
Wicked, man. I
much.
appreciate you. Take care. Right,
No
cool.
problem.
Right, incredible, incredible, incredible. Can we say next? Can we get a next in the chat box? Can we get some next in the chat box? Next, 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 next. Let's get a next testimony. Next, 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 right? So, what I want to do is I want to introduce someone who I was fortunate enough to actually meet last weekend in Sweden. She's obviously going to share her story. She's going to share her results, but her story, her results are absolutely incredible. So without further ado, let me just spotlight her as well. Guys, can we show some love in the chat box for Miss Melanie? So if you can hear me, Melanie, you should be able to unmute. So same thing again, right? Shout out to Sweden, right? Sweden. I think I'm half Swedish now. I think I'm half
Yes, you
Swedish
are.
still. I'm half Swedish, right? Tack, right? So
Hi.
what we're gonna do is I want you to obviously just tell the people how you found out about opportunity, what you've been able to do since, and just about your story and your reason why, if you're okay to do so.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Melanie. Hi, everybody. I'm turning 34 next month, so oldie. But I've been here in Gifu for 1 month, a little bit of more than 1 month. And I found Liana actually through TikTok, and I DM'd her on Instagram and said, I want to know more. And the reason that I wanted to know more information regarding this is because I was working 3 jobs. I was struggling because I wanted to help and provide for my family. My sister had cancer, she was sick. I was taking care of my mom and my dad, and then my dad died yesterday, I'm sorry, last year. And that made me realize, oh my God, I'm working 3 jobs. I'm neglecting not only myself, even time with my family, my friends. I don't have time to do anything. I was working 7 days a week, no days off. I was going to work 4 a.m. and coming 1 p.m. at night. No, a.m. It's going to be a.m., right? So I had actually no freedom for myself. And that made me realize after my dad passed that I need my freedom. I need to even have the time to spend with my family, my friends, and my sister. And unfortunately, I also lost my sister 2 months ago. So the freedom is actually now very good because now my mom only got me. So I need to spend time with her and also provide for her. And regarding my results, Da-na-na-na. I actually, in 2 weeks, I gained $3,000. And just now, for the couple of days, I've had more than 1,000, to be honest. So it's a lot that I profited just in a month, to be honest. It's also much more than I gained from my work, to be honest.
What did you start with? Because a lot of people think you need a lot. Obviously, it helps, but what did you start off with and that process? And what products? What was you using?
I started with $200. That's it. I didn't put anything else.
And what was the products? Because I know you was using the scanners. You used the scanners.
Yes, the trend wave and sometimes the kill shot, but me and trend wave, we're best friends.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. And like I said, your story is so powerful because there are like, don't get me wrong, everyone has ways and methods of grieving. But what you can't do, regardless of the situation, is sit in a hole and feel sorry for yourself because life still continues. And there's some people you could have easily took the route of, you know what, like I've had two people pass very, very close to me within my family. I'm just gonna sit at home and feel sorry for myself and not try new things. But instead, you took it as a month later when obviously your sister passed away. So you know what, I'm gonna try and go for certain things, and I'm sure you're doing them both proud. So well done with what it is you're doing. I know you've withdrawn all that bread, all that money.
Yes, of course I did.
Fantastic, right? Because I don't want people coming on here making the money and then next week they've left the chat, right? So well
No,
done. Keep doing
no.
what it is you're doing. Absolutely incredible testimony. And yeah, we'll be back in Sweden and you're definitely going to be someone huge in the Swedish team. So yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I
Cool.
appreciate you. And thank you for the love in the chat. I see you all.
Wonderful, 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 man. Cool. So, can we get next? Let's get next in the chat. Let's get next in the chat. Who's next? Let's get a next testimony. All right, let's get a next testimony. Cool. So, the next individual I'm gonna bring up now. Let me just see if he's on. I don't think he's on. Right, I can see someone who is on. Right, cool. So, this individual, I was able to meet him maybe a month ago. He came to the office. Yeah, he'll talk about how he got started, but I think if I remember correctly, he found someone in the team on in social media. The next, uh, the next day they signed up. The next day he was in the office. All right. So success leaves clues. Everything we do is intentional. Everything we do is duplicatable. And this individual is going to share his story. So guys, can we show some love in the chat for Mr. Ishak? Right. I didn't mean to. Who's getting out the whiteboard? Who's doing up scribble scribble? Right. 1 second, guys. How do I stop annotations? Right. Let me stop that. Let me just stop annotations. How do I do this? Right, it should be okay. Wait 1 sec, guys. Apologies, apologies. Okay, that should be fine. Right, so guys, let's show some love in the chat box for Ishak. Ishak, bro, if you can just share your story, share your situation, share your predicament when you came into the business, and what you've been able to do since, please, bro.
Okay, so hello, my name is Isach. I'm 25. I started my live on the, I think, 28th of April, and obviously, how I got started was that Toyosi messaged me, and even before she messaged me, I was following her for some reason, but I didn't know her personally, and so she messaged me about the whole thing, and then that's how I got started, really.
You followed her,
Yeah,
right? You liked her content. I'm gonna assume that's why you followed her. We're gonna go with that one, right? You liked her content. You liked what she was putting out there. She then messaged you on Instagram. You then said yes. How long after did you have the conversation? Did you say yes?
I went on the video. I went on your live on that same
Oh,
day.
you went on my live.
Yeah,
Okay, so you went on, jumped on my Zoom, and then you got started, right?
that's correct.
Um, so you went through the process of demo account, then live
Yeah.
account. You went live basically at the end of April. If you could just talk to obviously the people, I think, correct me wrong, you doubled your investment.
Yeah, I more than doubled it to like I've invested like £300 and I got it to £768. But
Wow.
before all of uh, this journey, from the fifth of from the uh, from the 5th of April to the 17th of April, I was praying to God for like financial breakthrough and for like um, financial favor, and because I've been through a lot financially, where I've lost 15k in like a few years. So I was like praying to God for like breakthrough, and then the week after, Teresi messaged me like the week after on the Friday, and so I was like, it's all God that He's helped me to get to this part of my journey, and I can see that I can make profit in just under 2 weeks. I doubled my account, and obviously it's you can make mistakes. I've made mistakes like last week and this week. I know I can make the profit back. Yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Thank you. And yeah, as you guys know, God is at the foundation of this business. All right. If you guys didn't know, if you're brand new, God is at the foundation of this business. And what people need to understand is that God comes through people, circumstances, and opportunities. So you was praying, and God's not gonna just drop you £700. He's gonna use someone or something or a scenario in life, and if you're aware of these things, then you're gonna take the opportunity. All right. A lot of us pray for certain things, and then you get the opportunity, and you're gonna say no because it's not how you thought it would come through. So, obviously, as we all know, Toyosi is a woman of God, and she may have received the message. So yeah, man, how things work is incredible, man. But well done, bro. I know you're making withdrawals as well. And
Yeah.
obviously as well for people on this call, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not working at the moment, is it? You
I
don't
don't.
have
I never.
you're
I've
not work
never worked in my life because of my.
sorry?
I never worked in my life. I have a physical disability, so I just started with my benefits that I got throughout the years. So I never like worked in my
Incredible.
life.
What a story. What a story. Well, bro, I can't wait for your massive success. This is just a small part of your success, bro. You're gonna be very, very successful here. You're gonna help many, many other people because your story is for people that I maybe cannot reach through my story. Does that make sense? Everyone on this call, you have your own story, but everybody has their own type of people that they're willing to help. Does that make sense? So it's such a blessing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
God is great, as we all know, and I'll see you in the office when I'm back from London.
Yeah.
Well
Thanks.
done, bro. Wicked, cool, man. Right, can we get a next in the chat? We got one more. We got one more. Can we get a next in the chat? I could keep going. I had to just select. I had to get only a small amount of people. A few else. We're gonna be here till Friday, and I know you guys have calls and you guys got work and things, so I can't be on this Zoom until Friday. All right, but let's just get next in the chat. Cool. So the next individual I'm about to bring up, I've known him longer than I have the people that have just come up now. I do see him as my little brother. He's doing very, very well in his own career, but you can never be doing that well to not make an extra bit of money. All right. So he's going to talk about his story. He's going to talk about his success. He's going to talk about his results. So guys, can we show some love in the chat? I need to find him first. For right, Mr. Why can I not find him? Oh, there he is. Gotcha. For Mr. Che, right? I think he's upstairs or he's downstairs, by the way, guys. We're in Birmingham
I'm
right now.
upstairs. I'm
Oh, he's
upstairs.
upstairs, right? So, well, we're taking over Birmingham right now. But bro, if you can obviously talk about obviously your journey, talk about what it is you do, talk about what you was able to do last week, and just be transparent with your journey, bro. If that's cool.
Yes, cool. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Che. I'm 18 years old. from Birmingham, obviously. And I've been in the company now with my mother. She brought me into this through, obviously, she joined through Sammy. And that's how I met everyone, through Josh. I've been there since the last company. Obviously, we don't talk about that anymore, but we've come through GFU. We've started building a business, and it's been great. I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed what we've been able to become, and it's just gonna be bigger from here. Obviously, what I do is, besides obviously training, I play football. I played football majority of my life. Been at clubs like Coventry, but now being right now Midland League, playing football for Stourbridge right now. And on the side, obviously, I trade, and I'm enjoying my football. But obviously, football is one side of my income, and obviously, I'm trying to build another side of the income at the same time. So when it comes to trading, I've been trading since obviously the last company. But I took a break because I said that, say I have some personal issues away from everything else. So I took a little break, and the past 2 weeks I've been back into it fully, getting back into trading. Started off with deposited £250, and from there I've been able to grow my account by £565. So I've gone from 250 to around 700, 800. I've withdrew most of it back to 250, but that's where I started off from.
Wonderful, wonderful, man. And you did that last week, right?
The last 2 weeks, yeah.
Last 2 weeks, incredible. So that's on top of what it is you're doing. Incredible, bro. Incredible, man. And that's from what systems was you using? Was it scanners, copy and pasting, live sessions? What was you using?
Majority of it was probably copy and paste. There was a few where I went on the scanner and got it off Trendwave, Killshot, things like that. But majority of it came from the copy and paste trades, and obviously looking into the trades, making sure I'm aware of what's going on. Because obviously there's a lot of time I've put a lot of my time into my football, into my physical work, and all of that type of stuff. So I make sure that I do make as much time for this as well, just to make another income. Obviously, I'm 18 years old. Things are a bit different for me. I'm a lot younger than probably most people in this chat. So I'm trying to build something from early, so I can, yeah, allow me to provide. I like to provide for my family. I like to help out my family. And ever since I started getting paid from football, that's what I love to do. I enjoy even though sometimes people might complain about like giving away money or giving out money. I enjoy doing things like that. I enjoy it. I feel like it's one of the purposes that God gave me. And this opportunity helps me provide more, obviously making a better income and building something strong for my family. And obviously the future family that I will have in the future.
Definitely. Definitely, man. I appreciate you sharing that. By the time you're my age, bro, you better be wealthy, bro.
Mate,
If
we're
you're
gonna
not
be
wealthy, I'm having words. If by the time you're my age, you're not gone clear, then boy, we need to have words. But yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
of course. Thank you,
um
guys.
like keep pursuing obviously your football career, but also know, same as my brother's actually, like, he uses my GFU account. He's trying to learn how to trade because he
Yeah,
knows that it's not long term, but when you have finished training and you finish half your day and you got time, why not make an extra stream of income, bro? So keep doing what you're doing. Very, very proud of you, bro.
thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, man. And when you're in the Premier League, just remember me, all right?
Of course, of course, of course.
I want a box seat, right?
Of course.
Remember us, right? We the whole of House of Riches. We want a box seat.
Of course,
We
of
want a
course.
box seat. Love that, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cool, guys.
You're welcome.
So, the proof's in the pudding, man. The proof's in the pudding. We are gonna do this maybe once a month because there's always new success stories. None of you guys have heard, even you guys that have been here a while or you're brand new. None of you guys have probably heard those success stories or heard those people. And some people, they don't always send their results in the chats. Like, I know we tell people to do it. We tell people to you want more. I didn't line up another one. Unless someone wants to unmute, I didn't line up another testimony. All right. So if someone wants to unmute and do it, then the show is yours. But I haven't got another one for you guys. Just I'll have to make a few phone calls, right? But yeah, not everyone sends their results into the chat box. But I do definitely want people. There's 73 of us on this call. I need you guys to realize you're a part of something much bigger than yourself. You may be brand new, you may not. You may think, is this just a group chat? Is this a Telegram? When people say to me, "Was this one of them courses?" No course on the world right now is doing a Zoom call at 8 p.m. on a Monday, sharing testimonies from people they met last week or a month ago. All right, so we've got a few nominees into the chat box. Does anyone want to actually just share their testimony? You can unmute if you want to. Right? Does anyone want to share it? Emily. We're getting Emily and Joey. All right. I think you guys have heard from Joey Money. Have we heard from Joey Money? Drop a 2 in the chat if you don't know who Joey Money is. Sammy, what you doing, Sammy? We got liars in the chat. All right, we're gonna get Joey Money on stage. Where's Mr. Joey Money? All right. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. I'm typing Joey money like it's Joey money. It's not that. It's JK. Right, cool. So, Mr. Ireland. Mr. Ireland, Mr. Ireland, Mr. Ireland. Cool. So, what I want you to do, bro, is I want you to share your story, what you did before, how you found out about it, what you've done since, and how it's going.
Um, I'll pay it out like that. Guys, give you a quick introduction. My name is Joey. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I actually do live just outside London. I've been in this industry for the past 8 months. Within my first 4 months, actually, I'll start at the beginning. Around November, December time, when I took this opportunity on, I was a bit skeptical at the beginning. I was introduced by Rio himself. Um, I did try it out. I didn't take it seriously for the first month or so because I was traveling. Anyways, and then once I tried it out and I actually tested it properly within my first week, which was Christmas time, I actually went live and I made my first 2 days roughly around 3 grand in 2 days. Yeah, and then by the end of the week, I was up probably 4 or 5 grand, and then that's when I knew it was real. And then I withdrew, and then from there on, I started building the business, I helping people. Um, I got to a position of making residual income within my first month. 3 to 4 months in, that's when I went actually full time in this industry. I made roughly a good 5 figures in this industry. Um, and that's when I felt like, all right, cool. I don't need to work anymore. I want to actually help more people do this. And that's where I went to building the business and actually helping people in different parts of the world. So I actually have a team in Ireland and a team in England. I actually am currently in Dublin right now, where I'm going to be hosting my first event, which is going to be a 200 plus seater event this Saturday. I did have a private event with my team about 2 weeks ago with an Airbnb with Josh, Sammy, and Melando, where it was quite interesting to see kind of what we could do and what we could actually achieve. What else could I say? Yeah, guys, I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. I'm listening to the mentorship and listening to the leaders and simply duplicating the process.
And how obviously your story about how you found out about it again, how God works. Do you want to talk about how obviously you found out about the opportunity?
Yeah. I was actually working as a manager in Five Guys, and Rio actually came in and we spoke a little bit. We didn't even speak about trading. We didn't speak about any of that. And then
What was Rio doing there though? Rio was obviously working and then he just popped in to deliver.
Rio was actually delivering in the morning and actually also working in the morning. And while he was delivering, we had a quick conversation about just normal stuff about making money and stuff, not actually trading. And then after he left, we did exchange Instagrams and stuff. And then a month later, I actually seen what he was doing and I wanted to kind of get to know more about him. So yeah, it was very interesting how everything actually happened.
You're now here.
I'm now here.
Hosting your first 200 seater event this Saturday. Incredible. Incredible. So Joey's another one of our full timers. Our goal for the year is we want at least 50 new full timers. Most of you on this call, guys, you don't like what it is you do. You don't love, should I say, what it is you do. And just to prove you don't love what it is you do, would you see yourself there in the next 5 to 10 years? Because I see myself doing this for the next 5 to 10 years because I love what I do. If your answer is no, then you want to become part of the full timers. Joey did it. I would tell people 3 to 6 to 12 months is the game for you to do this full time. 3 months solid, you see the value in it. Okay, after 3 months, Joey realized this is real. So I'd say 6 months is when you now can maybe do this full time. Joey's an example. Nathan is an example. We've got many examples already. And then 18 months consistently is when you never work for another person again. So I need you guys to understand this is a visionary, this is a long-term game here. That way we are, like I said at the start of this call, where we are looking to build wealth, we are looking to help people out there. Because if no one told me that you can make money from your phone, I'll still be slaving. I'll still be enslaving my job. So we do this to help people. We do this to build the business. We do this to help people know that you don't have to work for an hourly wage. You don't have to exchange your time for money. You should never exchange your time for money. But what you don't know, you do not know. Joey, what advice could you give, bro, to people that let me think of a question. Let me think of a good question for you. Hmm. What would you say to someone who can't um who's finding it difficult to manage or to do this and also work their job? Because I know when you was working full time, you was absolutely moving insane. So what kind of advice or methods or ways of coping that you did when you did have a full time and you're working on your part time? So for you guys that are on this call, I need you to realize if you currently have a full time job, that's full time. When you come home, the only thing you should be worried about is your part time that eventually will get you out your full time. So what would you say to someone that's using their job as an excuse?
Um, one thing that stuck with me actually that my brother used to always say to me was everyone has the same 24 hours in the day. I was working 50-hour weeks, playing semi-pro football, and even flying at the exact same time and trying to do this. So if I can find an hour or two throughout the day, you shouldn't have an excuse to not do this. Like I made time. It's one of them ones. If you actually want something to happen, you'll make time for it instead of making excuses.
Definitely. I was gonna do a training, but we haven't got time, and it was gonna be heat. It would have got hot in the kitchen, but I think today's been beautiful with the testimony, so I'm not trying to deflate or burn down the kitchen. So yeah, man, thank you, Joey. I appreciate you, bro, and I'll see you. I'm flying there in a few days, so I'll see you in a few days, brother.
A few days.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Cool, guys. So, that is Monday Mindset. We are going to wrap it up there. I can stop recording.